Scorpio, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings, and this week we are just looking at whatever you need to know at the moment, whatever important messages want to pop on out for you today. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. It does really help the channel grow, so thank you. This week I am using the Shine from the Inside Oracle. I also have here the Kipper deck. I'm using the Jester Lenormand this week, and I also have the True Love Oracle. Okay, so getting into it for you, starting off with those affirmation messages for you, Scorpio. Scorpio, what's going on for Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to know right now, please? I feel like Scorpio, you guys need an extra hand at the moment. There's been some rough energy for you lately, Scorpio. I'm not going to lie. You did seem to be sort of slowly on the mend. Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know right now? Remove the limiting labels you're wearing. Okay. So we can see, well, you can't see because these cards are so pale. She's holding a thing that has all these things like unintelligent, shy, not enough, delicate, lacking, I can't, fat, sickly, delicate. Oh, I said that. Sloot, feeble. I won't say that full word. Tired, sad, lazy, unattractive, unhealthy. Remove the limiting labels that you're wearing. All those sorts of things that you're telling yourself that you are, that you're limiting yourself to being those things. Okay? The more that you tell, it's like we all hear about affirmations, right? And positive affirmations, and tell yourself something positive in the mirror every day for 1,000 days and you'll start to believe it. Same is true of the negative stuff. It limits your, potential, because, if you tell yourself 100 times, I'm not worthy, you start believing it. It starts becoming your default, and that's what you start manifesting, not being worthy of this or that, or whatever it is that you're telling yourself. So removing those labels that you have put on yourself. I'm also picking up there may be someone autistic here who literally is sitting there removing labels off clothing at the moment as well. My son is autistic, so I have to do that sometimes with some of his clothes. We have to remove some of the labels because they get itchy and annoying, and can't wear that shirt because it's got a label. Practice feng shui in creating a sacred space. Okay, so for some of you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go and learn feng shui, or hire a feng shui person to come through and fix your house or anything like that. It's all about just creating that sacred space around you. I feel, especially for you, your bedroom is probably going to be quite important as well. So adding in some things that help give you that beautiful vibe, that it's a room where you feel like it's restful and peaceful and you want to get sleep. I recently got a snake plant for my bedroom. I've heard that they're like really, really good to help protect you in dreams and stuff, as well as, creating extra oxygen and cleansing and whatnot. So for someone out there, that may be something that you're wanting to do. Go and get some snake plants, for your bedroom space or your lounge space. Here in Australia, they call them something different. They call them mother-in-law plants or something like that. Mother-in-law's tongue or something like that. I don't know. I was just like, I just want snake plants. Okay, Scorpio. What's going on for Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to know right now? Scorpio, important messages for Scorpio, please. I actually saw a reader just yesterday. Saw a reader on YouTube using this Kipper deck with one of the Lenormand decks mixed through, and she was using the Lenormand deck completely differently. She obviously has not learnt the traditional Lenormand the way that I have, but she was using it like an oracle deck, the same way, you know, a lot of people do use the Kipper deck. I'm very intrigued by that. I might have to try it later and see how it goes. What is going on for you, Scorpio? We did see that, you know, remove those labels that you're wearing, that you're putting on yourself. I'm definitely seeing that energy popping out here again. But then there's something else going on here. Because that limiting stuff, we have the imprisonment. Trapped in the prison of your own label. Putting that label on yourself is keeping you trapped. It's holding you back. It's stopping you from, you know, being able to freely be yourself and even know yourself here, Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio with the imprisonment energy, please. It's obviously very important for you to understand this at the moment, Scorpio. This is the most important thing. One of the most important things going on for you right now is that you are putting limitations on yourself. Straight away, I love to see that though, because, you know, that imprisonment card, you see the big lock here? You have the key. You have the key to unlock yourself here, to remove those labels from yourself. You know, the key is within you yourself. We have the tree coming through next. So the key to successfully removing these limitations is within yourself already. You already have the potential within you. You have an opportunity here to face this issue within yourself. It's just self-care, looking after yourself in a different kind of way, and you know, just growth and healing, Scorpio. But you already have the keys to success here. You already have the keys to, you know, get yourself out of that prison that you've put yourself in. Okay, so it's all within you already. It's just a matter of doing it, removing those labels, and stop allowing yourself to believe these things about yourself. You know, every time. Okay, what do we got? We've got lacking. Every time you tell yourself that you're lacking in some way, stop and tell yourself 3 ways where you're not lacking, and you know that you are keeping up and you're on top of it. And, you know, even if it's stuff like you feel like you're lacking what it takes to have this in your life, tell yourself, what about these other 3 things that I've got in my life? I wasn't lacking when it came to those. You know, swap, and it's flipping it on itself. I'm not lacking. I just don't know. I just don't have the knowledge to do that. So do you know what though? I can learn. You know, it's like I keep getting this phrase coming through, like with the weight thing. Okay, I've been a big girl my whole life. I've been fat my whole life. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But it's like something I used to say when I was younger to people, like, yeah, I might be fat, but like I can lose weight. You're going to be ugly inside forever if you are acting that way, you know, with the bullying and stuff like that. If, you know, ugly on the inside, you can't change that. Ugly on the outside, you can change. You know, fat, you can change. You can learn. You can, you know, if it's something that you really want to put time and effort into, you can. You can learn how to be different. You can learn how to lose weight and eat differently and all this sorts of stuff. I'm not really worried. Personally, um, I have been smaller and I've been big and I've been small and I've been big, and I just too old to care anymore, Scorpio. Um, it is what it is. But yeah, we do also see the ship. Okay, so with the ship coming through here as well, I do feel that for some of you, there may be the need to sort of distance yourself from some of these labels that you're putting on yourself, this prison that you put yourself in, distancing yourself from that. For some of you, I want to say even take a couple of days away, go take yourself on holiday or something like that. Of course, not everyone can physically do that, but, even if you want to, you know, go lay in bed for a day and tell yourself you're on an deserted island laying in the sun or something, getting away from it all in your own head, getting away from your own headspace within your own head, if that kind of makes sense, distancing yourself from those negative self-talk. It's really going to help you grow and heal from that negative self-talk. Stop trapping yourself in that. The next card, though, this is what's really intriguing me here. We do have the courthouse. Okay, so we do see very official energy here, very documented energy. I do feel as though it is somehow connected to this mature man that's coming through as well, which talks about learning, a mentor kind of person. For some of you, that mature man actually may be somebody who is giving you advice, like legal advice even here for some of you with that courthouse card. I don't feel that the courthouse is specifically legal stuff for a lot of you. It feels more just structure. It just feels more like structure, something regimented and traditional and like orthodox. I feel like this mature man is a leader type role with that. So it's like, if you're researching, you're at school and you're researching, who do you approach to help you with your thesis or whatever? You approach the professor of the class to ask for their opinion or advice or whatever. So it feels like it's that kind of a person, like a professor or some sort of role model or someone very, very mature. I keep getting the maturity as like knowledgeable, but we'll have a look here. Clarify this energy for Scorpio, please. What is going on with this courthouse energy for Scorpio? Some of you may have like legal stuff coming up. It's not telling me. It's not very often that it doesn't give me the clear kind of direction, at least. I'm seeing elements of what this is about, because firstly I've got the child here, and then that's followed by the clouds. Okay, so we see you here, Scorpio. You're the child in this situation. Okay, we've got the child, and then we've got the mature man. Okay, so this is you, the learning. You're learning, they're teaching. Okay, so this is you, wanting to mature some of your knowledge or look at things in a more mature way where you're not allowing all this negative stuff to take hold. It's kind of like with the child here, you're really wanting to, clear your thoughts and stop overthinking and remove anxiety and depression and seek advice. I really get that this is advice of some sort that you're seeking. And on a way of thinking differently, because the child energy here, it's like the purest form of the child energy is, very playful, fun energy where they, the way that they think about things is like everything is an adventure. Everything is, wow, amazing. That could be awesome, whereas I feel that you're kind of trapped. at the moment unable to really think that way, and that's why you're sort of seeking this advice on, how can I think, more naively a little bit here, innocently, about things. How can I see the good in myself? How can I see the good in the world, in what's happening for me, the way that I'm thinking? It's the way that it's the way that you're processing things, and how do I process things with a more childlike aspect in a positive way, rather than feeling like I'm just this trapped child that doesn't know what they're doing. It's kind of like this weird energy where you feel like this child who's kind of like, oh, what do I do? I've been chucked in the deep end as an adult, and I've got to all of a sudden deal with responsibilities and, deep adult thoughts, but I'm still just this little child that doesn't know what they're doing. But really what you're actually trying to do here is flip from that into, this could be anything. This could be an adventure. This could be the journey of a lifetime. But there may be a very this mature man, this person giving you advice, it may be in a very respectable, authoritative kind of a way. It's a weird thing, because we do have the Tower coming through as well. So the Tower does talk here about, going back down to your foundation, and really having a look at what's going on in the foundation of you yourself here, and rebuilding that from brick by brick, build the whole tower back over again. Especially with the courthouse and the tower there, it's very formative energy. It's very foundational kind of energy, very structured, rigid energy. So it's kind of like whoever's giving you this advice, they're very, very structured, very rigid, but it's like very traditional. But it's kind of like what they're teaching you is totally opposite to that. It's like they're teaching you how to, free yourself from this prison you put yourself in, and be a child again, and all this sort of stuff, but it's in a very sort of structured kind of a way. For a lot of you, this person could actually be somebody who, they work in like a very regimented position, like they may actually work at a courthouse, or, in law, or, they may be, a museum curator, or an art gallery curator, or something like that. They, the tower and the courthouse together, it's a very authoritarian kind of regimented energy. For some of you, this may be a psychologist and really, really seeking professional help, which, I would suggest that for everybody, honestly. Anything more you can tell us about this energy, please? Anything else you can tell Scorpio about this energy? Advice for Scorpio. Anything else you can tell Scorpio about this energy? Talk it out. Meet the people. Stir up some shit within yourself. We have the birds. Conversations. Talking it out. So definitely talking to whoever this person is. Talking. Talk. It's time to talk it out, to talk it through, to have that conversation. Help me. To ask for help. To talk to a therapist for some of you. We have the garden. Once again, very structured places like museums, art galleries, like I mentioned, public spaces, public buildings, someone that works for the government, meeting somebody, spending time with somebody, meeting up with somebody, going to an appointment with a psychologist. I'm not going to lie. For some of you, it is a psychologist. The stork, stirring up new ideas on how to do things within yourself, stirring up new ideas on how to think about things, stirring up new energy, stirring the shit out of you, stirring up the shit that you haven't looked at, stirring up some stuff within you to get things moving. We'll have a look at love for you as well, Scorpio. I hope that resonates for people because, sometimes, the messages aren't for me. Scorpio is not one of my major signs. So, this message is not for me. So maybe I don't need to understand it. Hopefully it resonates for you guys. Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know right now? What does Scorpio need to know right now? Spiritual maturity. So we do see you on this journey within yourself to reach your spiritual maturity, to gain the clarity about yourself, to, think of new ways of dealing with things within your own headspace and the way that you think about things. Get yourself out of this prison of your own mind. You're on the journey. It's a journey, but you're on the path, okay? Spiritual maturity. I do feel for some of you, you may be actually connected to somebody with love who already is very spiritual as well. Okay, I do feel as though this person can help you as well. We have soulmates. There is a soulmate out there for you, Scorpio. I'm just sort of intuitively feeling you're not quite ready to delve into that energy just as of yet. If you are aware of who this person is, they can definitely help you. Turn to them for help. That will help you spiritually rather than hinder you. This person is a perfect sort of balance for you. A very, they're your soulmate. So it's up to you whether you're ready for that, I suppose. But they're there in your energy when you are able to look at that. I just feel like a lot of you aren't quite ready to worry too much about that side of things just as of yet. But it's definitely there for you, and this person can help guide you as well. So if you are ready for that, go for it. Because I feel like some of you have a clue who that is. Okay. But that's what we have for you today, Scorpio. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Hopefully I'll see you all again soon.